Welcome to part 2 of the Cumbrian Way. Yesterday I went from Ulverston to Coniston. If you want to look up that one if you want any help with it. But today go from Coniston towards Stake Pass, which is via Tarn House, Elterwater, and then past through the Langdales and then into the Mickleden Valley and up to Stake Pass. If we can get there, I might drop down into the Langstrath Valley for a wild camp, but we'll just see what happens and see how it goes. Just approaching Tarn House, which is about 4 miles in. Today I think there should be more like little cafes or shops, little shops here and there, or places to grab something. On that site they did like a little butty van. I just got a sausage and egg. I'm not sure if they do it all year round. I started this just after half term, so, and it was a Friday yesterday, so whether they're there just the weekend I don't know, but it was about $5.80 for a sausage egg. It just saves having to walk hungry if you do that with nothing, or you know you've had something for the, if there's no shop for, you know, let's say the next shop's like 7 miles, then you know you've had something. This is Tarn House. It's just a rustic scenic area. It's got this picturesque lake. You get a lot of visitors here. There's a lot of visitors here today. So I've seen people try to wild camp here. And I think there is like a visitor car park and things, so you probably have to be a bit sneaky beaky and you'd have to camp out the way and you'd have to go early and set up late and that sort of thing if you do. But it's advised not to. But yeah, it's a lovely little spot, to be honest. I just had a quick 10-minute break there, and it's nice to just rest the feet somewhere and just look and enjoy the peace, the fly on my neck. Just heading towards Skelwith Bridge. I think that might be about 3 or 4 miles away. Views wise, this is probably one of the better days. The closer you get into the heart of the lakes and all the mountains, you get the mountains, if you know what I'm saying. I think that one there actually might be Weatherlam. I've camped on that one, wild camped. So here now we just past the Trevor Woburn Bridge. Got absolutely outrageous views in the Langdales. So this is heading towards Elterwater and it just follows the river. Right, just at Chapel Stile. That's the Wain right behind. 10 mile in for the day, and if I get there I've got about 8 miles left. Feet are quite sore, which is I'm surprised with, considering I do a lot of wild camping. Should have put my Mindle boots on, which I'm a bit regretting. And now over this part, there's going to be through the Mickleden Valley up to Stake Pass and then down to Langstrath Valley. It's going to be a lot of this kind of path, so it's going to be hard on the feet. So, but do you know what, I got 10 miles to get here, because in my mind, just crack on in your mind, and you know, every step you take, hey, you know, you get a little bit further. This is Baysbrown Campsite. It's close to the Wainwright pub. I set off at 8:30 and it's now 10 to 2. Now I feel like I could probably do another 4 hours of walking, but if I stay there, you know, I'm 10.5 miles in. Really, you know, I really feel like, you know, I want to go another 6 miles in or 7 or 8 to try and get a bit further ahead. So it's like the last site that you could probably get on for you know, a nice shower and a wash and that. But so it's up to you whether you take that risk or you know, you hang back and then do a bigger day tomorrow. There is also the Langdales one National Trust, but it says minimum 2 days, 2 nights on there, so it might be worth ringing up or just, you know, walking on and saying you're a backpacker and you're only there for 1 night. Out of season they'll probably take you. If you go on a bank holiday weekend, they'll probably just say there's no room. So Baysbrown is the last site where they'll do 1 night, but the National Trust Langdale they want 2 nights. What I'm saying is, you might walk to the National Trust Langdale one and they might say no, you ain't got any room, so you'll either have to walk back to Baysbrown or you'll have to keep going and wild camp somewhere. Just passing all the Langdales pikes and that. In my view ahead there's the band, that is, I think, there, and then this is probably Bowfell in the distance, and just above these trees is Crinkle Crags, and there's Pike of Blisco up there. Just heading down the Mickleden Valley, and then we should get up to Stake Pass. Last little bit. Just got to the end of the Mickleden Valley. This is the way up to Tarn. This is the Mickleden Valley. I'm going up here, Stake Pass. It's going to be brutal, and I'm not looking forward to it, but it is the sort of like end of the day, the last little bit. No pain, no gain. Nearly at the top. Just showing you the valley before I go over the last little bit and lose it. But yeah, Mickleden Valley is a lovely sight to see. I think once you stop and have a rest, it's a nice thing to look back at. I hope there's no wind interference, but wind's just coming from this way. But this is Bowfell Way, and then we've got the band there, and then that'll be Pike of Blisco, and then here is the Langdales, that'll be Pike o' Stickle. It's not quite at the top yet, but this is Stake Pass. It has these like mad little bumps everywhere. If you go higher and look down, yeah, it's quite a sight to see. It's quite unusual, really, I think. Right, here we are, Stake Pass. Not a Wainwright, you just got to touch it as an achievement. But the 1578 apparently at the minute. Right, okay, last little bit. Do you know, I've not seen one tent up here, which I'm quite surprised with. Gonna keep going, drop down into the Langstrath Valley and try and find a nice place to camp. Just going down this mad windy path, I think. last time I've done the Cumbrian Way before. Last time I did it, I think it was a bit like gravel and it was like a bit straight down, but I think they've improved it. It's just that it takes longer. Well, that's it done. 18 point whatever mile is done, and I'm done. Feet are done, tents up. I've got that for a view, and I love that view. It's the first time I've ever wild camped here, but I just wanted to get a bit further on, and I didn't really want to camp on the Stake Pass because I don't know, I just think there's not really any views. But yeah, I'm gonna, it's you know, I just need to chill out. God, I'm like, my feet are just crying out to get these shoes off and just chill out. But I'm pleased with myself, and I'm pleased where we've got. I'll probably get a 13 mile, I think, walk tomorrow to Keswick. It goes down this valley and then turns left to Rostthwaite kind of way, and then it goes to Keswick along Derwent Water. So I'm going to get something to eat quickly, and then I'm going to get my head down. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the part 3.